Hello, my collective Thrivers, and welcome back to episode of Thrive with Sunshine. That's right, I am your host, Sunshine Aileen Devi. And today's episode is titled, Don't Let Fear Decide Your Future. Fear. It's something we all have been facing. Yet, trying to run away from the ugly truth and being in denial. Sometimes it has this quiet whispers right at the back of mind, and at times it roars loudly. It can paralyze us from moving forward. But here is the truth. Fear has no permanent residence in your heart unless you give it the key. So today, we're going to explore how to recognize fear, rise above it, and replace it with faith, love, and courage. Understanding fear is crucial. Fear often shows up as doubt, hesitation, insecurity, or even procrastination. Sometimes it can mask itself as just being too careful or waiting for the right time. But if we take the magnifying glass and just look a little bit deeper, fear is just because we have the lack of trust in ourselves, in the process, and most of all in God's will. Think about how many times have you held back your dreams, speaking truth, or making a change because fear knocks in and whispers, what if you feel? What will people think? The danger of fear is that it becomes a cage. You become a prisoner to the fears. It does not just hold you back, but it convinces you that you're safer locked inside. You're safer not to voice out. You're safer just to be where you are in your comfort zone. So it's time for you to choose right now. Whether do you want to leave and allow fear to cage your dreams? Before I even started this YouTube channel, I was afraid. I was terrified to speak, especially confess, and just to be that vulnerable person in front of the public. The idea of sharing my truth openly felt just overwhelming. But God assured me, I prayed about this to say, and He answered me, I am using you as my instrument now. I'm going to replace fear with faith. He told me to break down the walls of fear. I stayed obedient and following true. I was afraid at first, even to be surrounded by souls because I had been scrutinized and betrayed by those I trusted, friends, so-called besties, could not cope with their own insecurities and jealousy. They used their bitterness to try to sabotage me, sending dark energy, destiny swiping intentions, and even death spells my way. Despite all of that, I choose to trust God. I knew fear had no lose its grip, and faith had to become my guiding force. I still remember the day I ran away to save my life from my former marriage, filled with domestic violence. Fear wrapped around me like chains. I was terrified to step into the real world, afraid that if I went out, I might meet my ex-husband. And if he found me, I believed he would drag me back to hell. This time, for real. I was afraid to face people. I thought they would ask questions I was not ready to answer. What happened? Why did not you do your best to save your marriage? Excuse me. They could not see that staying almost cost me my life. Thank God I managed to run and escape, and God spared me another life to speak and share this as His walking testimony. Fear was everywhere. I fear detaching from drugs because my ex and I, and most of my friends, were completely dependent on them. I guess I could not see my day, living a single day without being high. I asked myself, would I still be functional? Could I even survive without it? What else? I fear being alone. Yes, I fear living without the adrenaline rush of constant toxic, dysfunctional love. I sought forced love and constant validation just to keep myself alive and feel afloat, being so desperate for the wrong love. Myself came from that childhood wounds, being abandoned by my father. I never knew what it was like to have just a safe, secure, masculine figure to protect me, to give me stability, to be my provider at all costs. And there was another fear, even deeper. The fear that I did not deserve the right kind of love. This was sick in my head. This thought trapped me in a web of cycles, attracting toxic, dangerous, and narcissistic partners over and over, looping it again. But I truly surrendered to God. I pray, I say, God, please increase my faith, God. Deepen my intimacy with you. Teach me the obedience. Increase your Holy Spirit in me. Guide me to reclaim my authority and power in my life without fear. Fear became the devil in my head, constantly whispering lies. You are pathetic. You are unworthy. You are drowning in all secrets no one can know. You ain't that great. And then it came the fear of change, letting go of bad habits, destructive cycles, and addiction. It was terrifying. Imagine just to let go of everything. Change meant stepping into a season of unknown, which it can be really scary at first. Like I told myself, I didn't want to fill up that ugly box that I was in before, that shamble, that rotten shamble hell that was living on earth. So here is something I learned, that fear thrives in silence and in shame and in hiding. Step by step, courage was replaced by fear, light replaced by darkness, and love replaced by shame. That's the reason that why I totally understand, comprehend right now that God placed me into a hermit mode. So for me to recognize that that worthiness of love, that kind of surreal, divine, true love, it's already there. All I need to do is just receive. And finally, I have opened up my heart to receive His divine love for me. If I can beat through every obstacles in my life, I know that deep down in you, that you're screaming out loud there right now, your soul is yearning. It's yearning for you to put a pause into everything that was once tormenting your soul. So do your soul and yourself the favor, and God will favor you in every season. You see, from my personal observation, fear does not always look the same. It wears different masks accordingly to different seasons of obstacles. So let's step in to know more, comment about the types of fear. Number one, survivor fear. You see, the natural instinct that protects us from danger, it keeps us safe from harm, like not touching fire or running from real threats. Number two, fear of failure. This fear holds us back from trying. It whispers, what if I'm not good enough? or stop us from chasing our goals and dreams. Fear of rejection or judgment. Connected to our need for acceptance, validations, and belonging. It makes us hide our true self, our authenticity, afraid of what others might say, might think about us. Number 4, fear of loss. The anxiety of losing someone close to you, someone dear to you, your health, your relationship, finances, career, stability. It creates this prolonging of attachment and endless worries. Number 5, fear of the unknown, uncertainty. You see, when the path ahead is unclear, our mind intends to fill up the blanks with the worst case scenarios, fears. Number 6, existential fear. The deepest spiritual fear that cramps our mind, fear of death, meaninglessness, or not fulfilling our life's purpose. Here is a bit of reflection. Some fears protect us. Other are illusions that paralyze us. The key is discernment. Use your discernment to recognize which fears are sickness for safety, which are simply lies meant to hold us back. Fear and faith, both start with a capital F, cannot occupy the same space. The moment we make room for faith, fear naturally just begins to shrink and dissolve and tinder. But how do we do this in real life? Let me guide you through the steps that work miracle in my life. Number 1, surrender to God. You see, fear thrives when we try to control everything ourselves. Surrender is not giving up. It's trusting that the Almighty, our God, is bigger than our fears. Speak to Him directly like a friend. Oh Lord, take away my fears. Fill me with your love, your courage, and your wisdom. When I surrender, I ask God always to increase my faith, to deepen my intimacy with Him, that relationship, that indomitable relationship with Him, and guide me to reclaim my power without fear. The act of total surrender, trust me, is transformational. Number 2, prayer and meditation. Always start your day with the morning prayer, and in between prayers or before you have a meal, you say grace, or before you go to bed, the night prayer. For me, my heart is always singing praises and praying to Him, because when you pray, it aligns to your mind, body, and spirit. You allow the Holy Spirit to be infused in you. With this 5 minutes of conscious breathing too, it helps you to refocus and redirect back in God's purpose in your life. That can quiet down all the noises and chaos that has been creating the fear in your mind. So I want you to use this time to visualize fear leaving your body, and faith, it's filling up those space in state. Affirmations of truth, affirmations of truth. You see, fear speaks lies. Faith speaks truth. For example, I am protected, guided, and loved. I am capable of overcoming any challenge. God's light surrounds me, and fear has no room in my heart. Repeat these daily, out loud or silently. You will see the difference, and it will reshape your thinking. Number 4, action steps. Faith grows through action, just as our muscles, our faith muscles. So it's okay for you just to start with small steps first. That would just challenge your fear. Speak your truth, set healthy boundaries, or try something new, even if your heart races. Each time builds confidence and weakens fear. Number 5, a safe environment, community, and support. Please do support yourself with people who are positive, who uplifts you spiritually, emotionally. Be safe and know who to share your fears with, a trusted friend or a counselor or mentor. See, when fear is spoken aloud, met with love, its power diminishes. Here are some affirmations that you can reflect while you're alone. Let's declare this together. Fear has no room in my heart. I walk by faith, not by sight. I choose love over fear. God's grace is bigger than my worries. I am bigger than my fears. I am courageous, I am protected, and I am free. Fear may not, but today we choose not to answer. So do not let your fear decide your future. It should never decide your path. Handing over your future to fear means giving away all those hard work, dreams, and God-given potential. Acknowledge the fear. Don't obey it. Acknowledge it. Choose faith-filled decisions. Step forward even if your heart races. Visualize the life you desire. Focus on your dreams, not obstacles. Speak life over your future. Affirm this together with me. Fear does not control me. I choose faith and courage. When you refuse to let fear decide your future, you reclaim your authority, your power, and your divine destiny. It's all in your hands. Thank you once again for joining me here today on Thrive with Sunshine. Please do share this episode with someone who needs to hear that fear has no room in their life. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more inspiring, healing, and empowering sharings. Remember, you are enough. You are loved and you are divinely guided. Till then, keep thriving and stay righteous. See you for the next episode.